do, 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 do. I don't know if those are even the words. I feel like garbage. It is time for me to come back. Sorry I've been gone. Actually, I'm not sorry. I'm a human, and sometimes humans need breaks from things. Not that I necessarily needed a break from this. Mentally, emotionally, and physically, October was a lot. I haven't had 2 consecutive off days until like today. This is my 2nd consecutive off day all month, and it's November. Never mind. Also, we lost a family member. That was awful. Also, I'm about to turn 30. With that comes the opportunity to completely change who I am as a person. I'm just kidding. I like who I am, but there are some things I'm like, okay, do I want to do this? Do I want to like leave this in my 20s? And I definitely do. I've just been kind of, you know, there's a lot going on in this noggin lately, but it's fine. I'm fine now. I'm back. I appreciate you all, and I appreciate your comments while I was gone. Hello to the new people that have no idea what's going on. I'm making Bella Swan mushroom ravioli. If you don't know who Bella Swan is, have you been living under a rock? I just realized that those were leaking everywhere. Welcome back, Lauren. You're already making a mess and you haven't even opened anything. I'm making mushroom ravioli. It is hoa 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 season. And that sounds so stupid. And I know the look on my face made it even worse. There's this scene in Twilight, the movie, and I've also big Twilight girly. I'll get into it later. But there's this scene where it's basically her and Edward's first date. She orders mushroom ravioli at this restaurant. I love Twilight. I've loved Twilight since the books came out, and I've read them multiple times. I read them multiple times as a teenager. I'm actually going to be following a recipe today. I found this recipe on Pinterest. It is a vegan Bella Swan mushroom ravioli. I'll link it in the description. Sunday Fun Day of VA. So I'm assuming that's Virginia. I'm assuming it's a she, I don't know. It's a blog post. It may be a cooking vlog. Well, there's a fork and a carrot on it, so I think that's probably a safe assumption. I love that it's like not a super professional looking vlog. Like it looks like somebody just doing it because they love it. And I love that because that's what I'm doing. Like in case you haven't noticed, I think the humanness of having really shitty thumbnails is hilarious and inviting. That's why I do it that way. That's why like my Bigfoot one looked awful. I laughed the entire time I was doing it. I was like, this looks so ridiculous. Full send. I'm very excited about it because I've never made ravioli, and I'm doing a little personal challenge for November that is trying a new thing every day because I'm reading Tabitha Brown's book. It's a whole thing. I'm gonna get started because according to this blog post, it takes about 3 hours to do all of this. And actually, I don't know that I have 3 hours to do it. So I'm just gonna hurry really fast and just do it as fast as I can now that I've been yapping nearly 10 minutes. And you know what else I just adore about this recipe? It says, it starts out with, for the ravioli, you need 1.5 cup flour, but it doesn't say what kind. I don't know if it's self-rising or all-purpose or what. So I'm just gonna use all-purpose. Perhaps I need a bowl. It's probably gonna take me 3 days to edit this because it's gonna be so stinking long, but it's fine. You haven't seen me in a while. You can watch a long video. It'll be fine. There's kind of a lot of watch time that happened while I was gone. That just, honestly, it warmed my heart so much. It gave me warm fuzzies. I continued getting more subscribers while I was gone, and what? Oh, that's my wall. I forget my wall is painted black. Sometimes in the viewfinder I can see a big black mass behind me and I think I'm about to die. It's just my living room. Anyways, where was I going with that? Oh yeah, I've gotten quite a bit of new followers and a lot of watch time hours since I've been gone, and it just brings me a lot of joy and it makes me really proud and excited, and I already got that flour everywhere. Also, another thing that I love about this recipe is that they're in the little notes at the bottom. It says, this makes a lot more sauce than it does ravioli. You will have extras. We just used ours for pasta the next night. Like, I don't know why that's just so funny to me, because most recipes are like perfect to the T of like the amount of stuff that you need. And this one is just like, oh, by the way, it's like kind of in the fine print. It's not even, okay, now I have to actually kind of think. So I really hope all-purpose flour is going to be best for this. Also, I'm doubling the ravioli because it is so much sauce. My bowl might not be big enough. One of these days I will put this in a container, but for now I just get annoyed every time I use it because it gets everywhere because I'm pouring it out of a paper bag every time. A 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt, so that's like 1/2 teaspoon. I'm just using this kosher salt from the Perfect Fall Breakfast video. I got this salt then. Quarter cup of water, add more at 1 tablespoon at a time. I really hope my flax eggs have been sitting long enough. I'm just about to pour it in there. In a large bowl, add flour and salt. Oh, and then stir. And then fold in the eggs and water. Well, I didn't. Ew, it's gloopy. Perfect. This is my first time ever making ravioli. Have I said that? That might be a little thick. I'm definitely gonna have to add some water. Sorry I sound all sickly and breathy. The last time I filmed, it was a full moon, and this time it was a new moon last night. So it's been like 2 weeks since I filmed and uploaded and edited and everything. I've missed it. Actually, this is like hello? This is looking like seitan. Whenever like seitan gets kind of shredded looking like that, that's what it's reminding me of. I don't think it's supposed to look like this. Am I supposed to fold this with my hands? I've missed you guys. I really have. There were a couple of days where I was like just kind of in my head and like not feeling great. And I'm like, should I even keep doing this? I never struggle with like confidence or my, I guess, self-efficacy, I guess you could say, which basically means like my belief in my ability to do something. I rarely ever struggle with that, but sometimes I do. It was just not a fun time. I was really going through it. But on the plus side, I picked up some things that I've really missed. One of those things being video games. I know I've talked a little bit about playing Sons of the Forest every now and then, but don't worry, I'm not adding this entire cup of water. I'm just gonna do a little bit at a time. I started playing The Witcher again for like the 3rd or 4th time. I love that game. Oh, I love The Witcher. I'm so disappointed by the Netflix series, but that's a story for, well, there's no story to it. How can you not be disappointed by the Netflix series? It's not some tea. Well, friends, I think I've f***ed this up already. I don't have a rolling pin, so I'm just gonna have to press this baby out with my hands. Oh, knead on a flour surface until a dough ball is created. That's probably part of why this isn't working. All right, I guess I'm gonna flour my surface. It's a good thing I've already made a huge mess. Ugh. I hate it. Ew, I should wash my hands. I've been touching my phone. Guys, it looks so pretty outside. It's all orange and green and orange and some red because trees are cool. I've missed this, actually. I've missed this quite a bit, and I didn't realize it until just now. So thanks for being here, friends. I'm gonna need this and save my camera battery and everything. I'll be back, you'll see. I'm really weirded out right now. Mushrooms, honestly, kind of weird me out anyways. They always smell funny. They're usually a little bit slimy, so I never know if they're actually safe to eat or not. Like, even if I just buy them from the grocery store, they're always brown because mushrooms are brown. So like, honestly, I don't know if these are still good or not, but I was chopping them and it was taking forever. So I was like, I'm just gonna put them in my chopper, and it's not working. Instead of going into the bottom and being chopped, they just decided it looks ridiculous in the viewfinder. They just decided to squish. Oh, I don't know. I can't. It's not going in there. They're not bruised and they don't smell rotten. There was a little bit of mold in the container, but it was a really big container, so I think it's probably fine. I guess I'm just gonna chop these really, really small. I really hope this doesn't make me sick because I have plans tonight. My dad's band is playing at a bar. I'm going to film for them tonight, filming some of their music so they can get more gigs. How exciting and fun. You know what's not exciting and fun? The fact that I'm about to have to get all of that mushroom out of the crevices of that contraption. Here's the thing. I like mushrooms. I like eating them, but I hate this. I really do. Oh God, it's squishy. Why didn't I think that through? What I really want to know is why didn't it work? You know what I'm not doing? Dealing with that. I'm not doing it. Do y'all get it though? Do y'all get like my hesitation with mushrooms? Like they're just friggin' weird. Like that looks like a tentacle. I hate it. Sorry about my sniffing. It sucks and it's annoying. I guess I'll blow my snoot though so you don't have to hear it. Okay, ready to go. Just kidding. 2 tablespoons of sun-dried tomatoes. I have these because they were what I found at Kroger, but I don't have any brand Rex. How much is 2 tablespoons? You know, that's such an arbitrary measurement for something like this. All right, I don't know how many that is, but it's a good amount. I'm so sorry I'm so breathy. I'm actually apologizing to future me because I always cut out my really heavy breaths so you don't have to hear them, because I hate it when I can hear it in people's videos, but it's gonna really suck to edit. Shallot. Let me get the oil off my hands. Get my mushrooms out of the way. I've only cooked with a shallot one time. 444. Wee-haw. That means some good things are coming into my life. Do y'all believe in angel numbers? I do, because I see them all the time, and my life is pretty cool. Come on, shallot. Oh, my eyes are starting to burn. I didn't know shallots were supposed to do this. Oh. I'm just peeling it. Are y'all gonna watch this if this video is really long? I'm just chopping them into like really little pieces. And oh my God, this is just as bad as a red onion. I don't remember this happening when I used these last time. I know I have a few chefs on here now. Like when y'all are working and you're dealing with red onion, do you just lay there? Do you just sit there and cry over the onions? Or do you like walk away or wear glasses? I've heard chewing gum works, but I've never tried it. I'm yapping and it's not working. Or maybe it is because it's not as bad as it was. Oh my God, the left one's starting now. Probably shouldn't chop with my eyes closed. This is misery, actually. Oh my God. What do I look like? I looked in the I was stupid. I looked into the camera lens to see what I looked like and then realized that that's not where I see myself. Okay, I'm gonna set this aside. Oh wait, it needs garlic. I'm gonna actually throw some seasoning in there. I'm gonna just do a little garlic and onion powder, just because. Maybe a little thyme. I don't know, like a couple of cloves of garlic. I'm gonna set this to the side. We're gonna have to throw her in the skillet here in a sec. Oh, there's a mess. I hate it. Musta, don't hop up here. The cat that I'm talking to is my fluffy one. I laugh every time I look at her because she kind of looks like she got electrocuted. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Macy! She kind of also has the zoomies. Look at this. You can't even see her because she's just on the black. As it was. Do you hate me? Hey. You're fine. I adopted her many years ago from the shelter. The shelter said she's pregnant and she doesn't like anybody. She's dough time. Alexa, stop. I just realized that I didn't put all the seasoning in. See, okay, you know what I'm trying to say. Fresh parsley diced small. I don't have fresh parsley. A 1/4 cup, so this would be 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese, but I realized when I was putting all of the ingredients in my bag, I realized that this is all the Parmesan cheese I have left. Maybe a 1/4 cup. I might throw quite a bit in here and then I'll put the rest in the sauce. I just realized that I didn't give you guys the Halloween video I told you I would give you, because here's the thing. What had happened was my plan was to dress up like a certain character. I got all of the stuff literally in August to do this, right? And then my work schedule got so crazy that I, A, never had a chance to dress up, and B, I never had 2 consecutive days off in a row to where if my face was stained from the paint that I had to use, and there was never a time where I wasn't going to have to deal with people with a potentially green face. So I really didn't want to deal with that. So I never dressed up. And now it's November 2nd, and I'm a little sad that I never dressed up, but it's fine. Okay, now what? Do I start the sauce? Wait a minute. Part of that shallot was supposed to be in the sauce. Oops. Well, it's not gonna be. I am about to roll out the dough. I realized that for the sauce, I am just gonna have to like do it on the fly. There's not really much to pre-prepare for it. My dough ball has set, and now I guess I'm gonna try to roll it out. That'll be fun, considering I don't have a roller. Of course, now it's a little sticky. It wasn't. I love how the recipe, so cute. She's like, if you happen to see this, also, I love this. Wouldn't it be so cool if there was like a crossover where they happen to see this? Okay, but anyways, I totally forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about my relation to Twilight. When I was 11, we lived in Arkansas, and my mom and I went to Shogun. And at this Shogun, we were there for lunch one day. They told me I looked like the girl on The Messengers. Twilight wasn't out then, but they were talking about Kristen Stewart. So that was the first time I got told that I looked like Kristen Stewart. And then I read the Twilight books when I was a little bit older. It was like maybe a year later. I loved the books. They were my little escape from reality because I was in the process of moving states, and it was really hard and pretty traumatic. And then people started telling me that I look like Bella, or that I look like Kristen Stewart, or that I look like that girl from Twilight. I shit you not, from the time the Twilight movie came out, I was, Alexa, what year did the Twilight movie come out? 2008. Okay, so I was 13. Right before my 14th birthday, I was living in Alabama. I had just moved to Alabama. So I was already, you know, the fresh meat at school, at the new school. Time to stir. I was fresh meat at my new school when Twilight came out. At least, I'm not joking, at least once a week from 13 to 19, so like even before the Twilight movies came out. I'm not exaggerating when I say at least once a week somebody told me that I looked like Bella Swan or Kristen Stewart or Bella from Twilight or that girl from Twilight or whoever. My managers at a couple of my jobs called me Bella because they couldn't remember my name, but that's besides the point. So, well, the funny thing about teenage girls too is that when you read a book, you're automatically the main character in your head. So when I was reading the books when they came out, I already felt like I was Bella Swan, and then everybody told me I looked like her. So naturally, you know, I was like, okay, the shoe fits. I'm Bella Swan. And I was Team Edward on top of it. Now looking back, I'm like, ooh, that's kind of problematic. This would be an awesome pizza dough. All right, now I need to cut this, I guess. I hate the feeling that I'm cutting my island right now. I hate it with my whole being. These might just be funny shaped raviolis. This is actually going better than I expected it to. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, please, universe, don't make me eat those words. It's crazy to me that it doesn't, like, I can't really comprehend the fact that so many people might watch this. You know what I mean? Okay, so this one looks really big. I'm gonna cut it so I can get another nude out of it. Well, now I have to cut all of them. This is probably done. Yeah. Anyway, so I just exfoliated. Ew! Visual asthma. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna read the instructions. This is pretty much the first ever time I've followed a recipe on this thing. Well, mine looks nothing like hers does. Let's just get that straight right now. Also, if you hear a really obnoxious high-pitched sound, it's something that my neighbor does all the time. I don't know what it is. I assure you it bothers me just as much as it might bother you. There we go. Got a little filling, and this feels like it might be too thick. Boop. Okay. Look at that. It's, you know, it's a little questionable, but it's not bad. Is it gonna hold up in the old pot? That's the question. Okay, here we go. This is feeling nice. Okay, look at me. I'm making ravioli. Wow. Try something new, people. It's fun, and you might surprise yourself. Okay, I haven't eaten this yet, so I probably shouldn't get ahead of myself. This is what we have so far. This is better than I expected them to turn out. This it's little. He's cute. I'm not confident that they won't completely fall apart whenever I put them in the water, but they're holding together now. And I've flipped them all over just to make sure that like they're not like leaking through on the bottom, and they're really not. So I'm pleasantly surprised. Though I do think my mixture was a little bit too wet, but we'll see. It's getting dark outside. This lighting's gonna have to suck for a little bit because it gets dark at 4 o'clock now. I'm gonna throw some butter in there and loosely follow the directions. Maybe some minced garlic. I'll let that start cooking. Ooh, look at that. I have crazy forearms. I guess part of being a bartender. Garlic, onion. I'm just gonna let this all cook in the butter. Some oregano, parsley, thyme. I'm gonna do Italian seasoning. Frick it. Why not? It calls for coconut cream, but I don't have coconut cream. I just have like half a can of coconut milk that I used part of yesterday. So I'm just gonna use that and then milk for the rest. And I'm gonna put flour in it anyways. So parsley. Get in there, butter. Seasonings are cooking. Forgot to make the broth. Help! This is the broth that I'm using. Edward & Sons Not Chicken. It's very good. I'll post a link in the description that if you click it, it might help me out. Yay, I have affiliate links now. Look at this. It's so cute. I love this. My friend from Sunday Fun Day of Virginia, if you see this, please let me know, because this has been a delight, actually. I'm gonna be vulnerable for a minute. I have really been struggling the last little while. There's a lot happening up here. Not anything too bad. Just kind of existential life questions, like what kind of person do I want to be? Or like what kind of habits do I want to take into my later ages? And you know, how do I want to live my life? Big questions that you have as you approach 30. I'm now less than a month away. I'm very excited. I've always been excited about turning 30, but it kind of feels like a different level of responsibility. I make the joke a lot of times, like, you're nearly 30, like talking about men being stupid. But now that I'm nearly 30, I'm like, huh, perhaps I should, you know, whatever. So I don't remember where I was going with that. This, like cooking this and trying something new and experimenting and filming and entertaining, like this always kind of brings me back to myself, if that makes sense. And so just when I haven't been doing it for a couple of weeks, I haven't even really been cooking. Like I've been in a rough rut. But in my time away, I've spent a lot of time with family and I've actually been social. I haven't isolated, which is what I normally do when I'm struggling. So bonus points to me. Oh, I was supposed to add the flour before I added any liquid. Oops. That's probably too much. Well, I guess I'm just gonna dump everything in there now because I screwed up. Some nooch for cheese, milk, coconut milk rather, some wine. Calls for a cup, but I didn't use a cup because that kind of scares me because I used a lot of liquid in there already. I found a new YouTube channel lately that I have really been into. I binged almost all of his videos in one night when I found him the other day. I cannot for the life of me right now remember his username. He is a fairly, like a smaller channel. When I found him, he had 3.3 thousand subscribers and his video is just a couple months old. And that makes me so excited for him. And he also has a Southern accent. I love finding YouTube creators with Southern accents because there are so few, it seems like. I'm definitely going to link his channel below because he had really fantastic ideas for videos and I love his channel. I'm a big fan. It has nothing to do with veganism. I just really enjoyed his channel. Okay, this is not thickening up, probably because I added the flour at the wrong time. I have to talk about something. I had a hangout with a lot of my coworkers the other day. Oh my God, it was so much fun. I had a blast. It was seriously such a great time. Like, it was a bunch of people I'd never hung out with before, and some of them I really hadn't even talked to a whole lot. Oh my God, it was just so much fun. Okay, I guess I'm gonna throw these in here now. Wish me luck. I think it's supposed to be like 5 minutes. I'm scared. Okay. One, they're not falling apart yet. I'm gonna stir them around so they don't stick together or to the bottom of the thing. I could probably stand to add a bit more flour. Okay, maybe not that much. That was kind of a lot. I'm gonna add the rest of the Parmesan, I think. And it's clumpy. I forgot that that was going to happen. Oh well. That one's falling apart. Oh no. Anyways, so about Twilight. All of my teenage years, I was constantly told that I looked like Bella Swan. So naturally, Twilight became part of my personality. I am in the big Twilight groups on Facebook. I am a ratty. I don't think I have any ratties in here because I've mentioned being a ratty before and nobody's actually said anything about it. And if you don't know, consider yourself lucky. It is a cursed Facebook group, I'll tell you that. This kind of looks funny, I'm not gonna lie. Now I don't know where to put everything. Okay. Here's the thing. I used flax egg, and I didn't think about the fact that the entire noodle would be brown. It looks disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. The recipe calls for the Bob's Red Mill egg replacement stuff, but I didn't have that. I don't know how I'm gonna put this on the thumbnail. It looks like slop. I bet it's gonna taste pretty fire though. I can't. This is so funny. Okay. How many servings is this? I don't even know. I don't even know how to take a thumbnail picture for this. And my dog's barking. I love it when she does that. We gotta How Now Brown Cow Ravioli. Actually, with the sauce, hiding how brown it all is. It doesn't look that bad. I didn't put much salt on here, so I have a feeling I'm gonna need some more salt. Okay, actually, that looks really delicious. No, focus on the, oops. Can you see it? Ooh. Okay, it feels cool enough. The sauce tastes pretty tasty so far. Whoa, that's so good. Holy sh**. I didn't expect it to be that good. Whoa, that's really good. I forgot to bring it back up, but the bag I showed in the beginning, it says no critters in my cart, and it has corpse-free kitchen on it. I also have stickers. I also have this. It says no tittles were squeezed for me to drink this. It's a coffee mug. By the way, if you weren't paying attention, if you're new here, this is corpse-free kitchen. I'm vegan. Everything's vegan that I make on here. Yes, you could say that I have merch now. I actually just really liked the quotes. I thought they were funny. I'm debating taking the corpse-free kitchen logo part off of it. I kind of just have it on there because I don't want it to get stolen. And I want it to be like, if somebody like finds it on Etsy, they're like, ooh, what's corpse-free kitchen? And then they find me like that. So I have those available down below. That's exciting. It's really fun. That's all for me. I'm gonna go eat this now. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Go take a lizard bath. It's fall now. Isn't that freaking cool? I love it. Go read Twilight. Go watch the Twilight movies. I don't know how you can watch them now because they keep taking them off of all the streaming services. So your guess is as good as mine. Anyways, thanks. Talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye.